Campbell House first opened its doors 10 years ago. In 2014, Campbell House cost $2.8 million to build. This was made possible by a leading gift from Donald and Audrey Campbell. Driving the project was a small group of dedicated individuals who fundraised, volunteered, and advocated for Campbell House, stopping at nothing until the facility with 6 family suites was opened.
What Campbell House means to the community has been really special for me. Now I get to witness that as the executive director on a daily basis, where I see dedicated people, dedicated volunteers, dedicated staff that put their heart into their work and make sure that people get the most caring, compassionate care. It's just such a privilege to be able to support that work.
Well, it was obvious that we needed it. Mainly because of our volunteer program, we were seeing people out in the community that needed more help.
The chair of the board at that time was Bruce West. Really a very visionary person and a catalyst in terms of making this whole thing happen.
We did a feasibility study to see if we could raise enough money to build. And the answer was no, not enough people know about you. So then we went on a huge program of public awareness, speaking to anybody and everybody who would listen, and telling them really what hospice care is and what palliative care is. And lo and behold, it worked.
Eventually ended up with a 6-bed hospice plan. At the same time, we were negotiating with the Ministry of Health for funding. Ministry of Health generally funds about 50% of the costs of a hospice. And they were not willing to support us here at all.
We wouldn't be celebrating if we didn't have the community behind us.
The Campbell family had been very generous at my church at All Saints, and I approached them, and they seemed to be on board. And next thing you know, we were looking for property.
After visiting other hospices, we knew what was needed, like a quiet room, the tub room, and that each client's room needed to be so home-like and be their home and have whatever they like there.
The first time I walked in, I was amazed. I expected an institution-like feeling, and it's exactly the opposite. It's like a home.
Every day you come in through the front door, you just feel a sense of warmth and caring. From the volunteer at the front to the kitchen angels, when they're walking through the staff, everyone recognizes you, they say hi. You can just see that they care about the people, they care about what they do, and they enjoy their job.
The president of the board was an old acquaintance of mine, and they voted on whether to fund our project or not, and it was a unanimous vote. Bob walked us out the door, and he put his hands on our backs and said, I'm so happy for you. Then he came to visit Campbell House once it was built. He just kept going through and saying, you've done everything right, you've done everything right. This brings tears to my eyes. He spent his last days of life in Campbell House. He said, that's where I want to be. So.
I just have to commend everybody, and to the staff and volunteers that have supported us for the last 10 years, I want to say thank you very much.
We're not done. The community's changing, it's growing, it's aging, and we have to plan for the future in order to be there when other people need us.
So Campbell House wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the community and the donations received. Campbell House was 100% funded by people who gave money to make this vision happen. And every dollar counts. No matter how big, no matter how small, really shows the commitment of everybody to providing the best care for their community and their friends and their families. Every gift matters and no gift is too small. So thank you for everybody who contributed to such an amazing, warm and comfortable place for people in our community.